First division strategy involves finding a fraction. The question here asks me to find 2/5 of 35. To do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the amount, which in this instance is 35, and then I'm going to divide that by 5. 35 divided by 5 is called the denominator, the 5 is here. And I know that 35 divided by 5 is 7. And then I'm going to take that 7, I'm going to multiply it by the top number, because I want, that's called the numerator, I want to know 2/5, not 1/5. So we go 7 multiplied by 2 gives me 14. So in other words, 2/5 of 35 is 14. If, like in this question, I'm dividing by a single digit, the number 6, I'm going to use a compact method. So I put 264 within the division box here, and outside of that box I'm going to put the number 6 because that's what I'm dividing by. I think to myself, well, how many 6s can I make from those two? Well, I can't make any. So I'm going to cross those 200s out and add them to the 6. Now add them to the 6 10s. So now I've got 26 10s. Now I think, well, how many 6s can I make from 26? And sometimes it helps to count in 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24. Well, that's 4 lots of 6 with 2 left over. So now, how many 6s again, I ask myself, can I make from those 24? 6, 12, 18, 24 gives me 4. So 264 divided by 6 gives me a total of 44. This question here, you'll see that I'm dividing by a double-digit number. I'm dividing by 24. To do this, we encourage the children to use the chunking method. So what I'm going to do is to make chunks of 10. For example, I know we start off, well, I'm going to make chunks of 24 because that's what I'm dividing by. And I know that 24 multiplied by 10 is 240. I'd also know, therefore, linked to that, that 24 multiplied by 5 would be half of that, which would be 120. And then know that 24 multiplied by 1 is 24. I know that 24 multiplied by 2 is just 124 doubled, which is 48. I know 24 multiplied by 3, well, I could add the 24 and the 48 gives me 72. I know that 24 multiplied by 4, well, it's just 2 24s doubled, is 96. So I've done some of the working out already. Now I'm going to actually try and solve the problem. To do that, I'm going to write out my 672. Then I'm going to use columns. To start off, I'm going to use the calculation that I've just used. I'm going to use 24 multiplied by 10. And I know that 24 multiplied by 10 is 240. So now what I can do is to subtract that. 2 take away 0 is 2. 7 take away 4 is 3. 600s take away 200s is 400s. I've got 432. A great tip to do is to circle the amount of chunks of 24 I've just already used. You might notice again now what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to make a further, I'm going to use 24. I'm going to make a further 10 chunks of 24. And just like last time, I'll circle that. And 24 multiplied by 10, I know, is 240. So again, I can subtract that. 2, I've got to do exchange here. 13 subtract 4 is going to give me 9. 192. Now I'll look at my thingy. Well, I haven't got enough to take away 10 chunks, so I could take 5 chunks. So I could go 24 multiplied by 5. I'll circle it. I know it was 120. Subtract that, going to give me 2, 72. And then finally, I can see from here, there we go, I can use this one. 24 multiplied by 3, and just like before, I'll circle it. It's 72, so I'll subtract my 72. I'm running out of space. There's my 0, believe it or not. Now all I've got to do is add up how many chunks of 24 I've used. Well, in total, I've used the 10 chunks of 24, plus another 10 chunks of 24, plus those 5 chunks of 24, that's 10, 20, 25, and those 3 chunks of 24. In total, therefore, I've used 28 chunks of 24. So 672 divided by 24 gives me a total of 28. It's a top tip to note that when I'm dividing by a double-digit number, there won't be any remainders. So I always stress to the children, if they've got a decimal in their answer, or if they've got some remaining, check their calculations, particularly with the subtraction. In a double-digit division sum, there won't be any sort of remainder left over.